Like
I haven't pruned them at all. I typically try not to prune much at all. I will prune if I've got broken branches or really crossing stuff or things are kind of encroaching into one another. But the more you prune, the more you have to prune.
Right.
And so I just try and stay minimal to no pruning.
Yeah. That's liberating.
Yeah. Yeah. And it depends on the tree. You know, if it's on full-size rootstock and you want to keep it a certain size, then you're sort of pruning it.
Is this a dwarf or full-size?
Well, you can tell me then. I forget.
Got a little red tag back here.
Yeah. With the number of trees I have, if I had to prune everything every year, oh my God, that's like too much work.
It just says Russian quince.
Yeah, I think it's on its own roots. Yeah. Yep.
And you don't spray anything on any of your fruit trees except for occasional compost tea, maybe?
Yeah, I don't even do that very much. I haven't. I've done tree paste, which is a biodynamic preparation, which you paint on the trunk. It's not, you don't spray it.
Feel it?
You might want to see this over here. This is kind of a fun area. So we grow a lot of black locust here. And this is black locust. It's a nitrogen fixing tree. The bees love it. Animal fodder loves it. A lot of people think it's a pest because it spreads so readily, but it likes to grow. What can I say? It makes excellent tool handles. It's really good firewood, and it pollards. So that means you can cut it off like this and it'll re-sprout. This is about a 3-year-old sprout. So you could have this planted along a fence line and have perpetual firewood. This wood is the best firewood. It's almost equivalent per cubic foot to coal as far as the BTU value. It's rot resistant. The bees love the flowers when it comes in, and it's really late to leaf out. So it allows a lot of dappled light into the understory early in the season. So it's a really super productive tree. And you can see what I'm using it for over here. This is my tool garden. This is where I grow all my tools. So we got shovels, hammers, I got some pitchforks over there. So I just slide those on when they're young. This one's almost ripe. That shovel there, I think, is right. I got to get out here and harvest it.
Will the black locust grow from cuttings?
No. They will grow. They're suckers. They'll grow from suckers or from seed. Yeah. And then this is the Dulci bamboo. This is one of the largest timber bamboos that you can grow here. It's also known as sweet shoot bamboo, so it's an edible bamboo shoot. And I just dug a whole bunch of clumps out of this area. That's why it's all turned up. We may have a few extra clumps if anybody's interested in.
Yeah, you can touch it.
I had orders for 6 of them, so I dug, I don't know, 8 or 9.
How do you dig them up? Because
it's very hard.
Okay.
By hand, we trench around it, and then I brought my loader on my tractor in, and the roots are not deep, but they're just super dense and thick.
Yeah.
So they're about a foot deep. So I do a trench around the outside perimeter and then try and get the bucket under it and like pop it up. And then divide it into chunks with an axe.
I don't think I'm brave enough for bamboo.
Yeah. This is a running bamboo. It does run, but it is delicious. And it's about ready to start sending up shoots. And you get the shoots when they're about this tall, cut it, peel it, and blanch it. And you can freeze it or can it or just use them fresh. Yeah. So that's how I keep it in check. I just harvest it and eat it. Or dig it up and sell it. Or, I mean, you can see some of the columns over here. These are some of the newer columns. I could harvest that for timber and do construction projects. Trellises, furniture. This is last year.
Wow.
This shot up. It grows a foot a day.
Or is that the calf?
Oh yeah, there's the calf. Yay, it came out.
A foot a day.
Yeah, it's like you can hear it growing, literally.
So when will it put up the shoots that you can eat?
Really soon.
Okay.
It's in the spring.
And then does it have a maximum height that it gets to and stops?
That's maybe it. I don't know. It like this patch is maybe 9 years old,
Okay.
and I started with a clump about like 3 or 4 canes. And then I do harvest the canes out, so it has been thinned a little bit. But the first, several years were smaller, shorter canes. But the most recent canes is this area out over here. They're huge. And like that grew all the way up in 1 year.